Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Star Agent Starco Gaming here, back with another Marvel 55 video. Guys, make sure to check the description below the video for the link to our giveaways, and don't forget to hit the sub and like button if you enjoy the content to show your support to the channel. So guys, it is this time of the week at the time for our weekly roster review video. So guys, this is going to be a long video like every week. It's usually between 45 and 60 minutes video. So buckle up, guys, because we are on for a ride. Now, if you actually want to get your roster review, guys, it's pretty simple. You go in the description below the video, you click on the Discord link to join the Discord server. Then once you get on the Discord server, guys, you go in the channel here on the left. MFF roster review. You enter your IGN with if you have a question, a specific question, you ask it there. If it's too specific, basically what I will tell you in the roster review video, guys, is to just ask your question with screenshot in the regular chat, and that's it. So with that said, guys, let's get started with the first roster review here. We have Drogirani Vipar. Hopefully I'm not murdering this name too much. So we're gonna go in the friends recommended and paste the name here and get started with that. So we have a level 17. So first thing he did is good. Alliance level 28 plus. That's actually a pretty good move to get started. Now your cards. Now this, since you're starting, what I'm gonna make you do for your cards is to watch my my beginner guide for cards, which you can see right up the corner here in the cards. You should have a white text saying beginner guides for cards. Watch this video and I will really help you for cards. Basically, the base stats you actually want with your cards once you start is 26% cooldown duration, 30% ignore defense, 15% attack speed. Those are the three baseline you actually want, and that's for everybody, not just for my fellow here. It's always the most important thing to do. Now, if we look at your roster, you have a few good heroes. You started with Morgan, Sharon. Sharon, you have you need to get her uniform, the dark uniform. You get the end game uniform on Captain America. The first hero I can see right away that you are missing is Minerva. Minerva should be the first hero you actually go for. So you don't have her yet. So next time you get a 6-star selector or a tier 2 selector, if you do have one laying around or one's coming for you, this is the first thing I'll get. Minerva to tier 2 as soon as possible. Even 6 stars is a very great, one of the most important characters, as she covers so much ground in the game, and getting her the uniform she started with is actually a very good thing to do. The other characters, other couple characters, I recommend you to work on are what's her name, Iron Armor and Korad. Those are the two characters you should be working on. I see you actually got all your characters at 6 stars from the legendary battle, which is actually a very good move, and you should be focusing on Deadpool epic quest. It's the best epic quest, and the first premium package you should buy, the epic quest premium package, is actually the Fantastic Four premium package. You get the best hero, Invisible Woman, and plus you get the best mission in the game when you buy it. So when you eventually save for the epic quest package, go with the Invisible Woman, and that pretty much covered it for you. So make sure to check the cards in the video and check that beginner guide for a card set. Very, very important. That'll help you a lot. Now if we go with the next one, we have Camshaft 7. Camshaft 7. Let's take a quick look at that. Here we go. So we're gonna start with the cards here. No, I'm busy. Okay, so the cards, all cards affect good and cooldown, going or defense. Attack speed is a little bit too high. You can actually drop that attack speed to get more attack, obviously. So we're gonna take a quick look at your cards here. We got here critical damage, critical rate, No all attack, and I think you can actually get all attack and bonus option on this one. So I will actually save a bunch of mythical cards to re-roll this one to get a good roll on it. This is a trash roll on it. I know that the level 7 on it's actually interesting, but level 7 ain't worth it if you don't have the good bonus option. You need to re-roll that for the good bonus option. Now if we look at this one is pretty damn good. If we look at this one is very good, so I can see why your attack speed is higher than it should be. And now you have this card. This card has triple attack, but the rest of the stats are not that good. And I will actually recommend replacing this card if you really want to get better with this following cards. Give me a sec. I do have it in my inventory. This card here. This card you're gonna have. No, not this card. My bad. I thought I had cards collection. Let's go into Gwenpool number 1. That's the card. You get all attack and max HP on it, which is very good. Then you can get physical attack and energy attack on it, in addition of getting well, not really. You don't really need the attack speed. And oh, you can get critical damage. So basically, the best option here will be critical damage, physical attack, energy attack, plus you get the max HP and all attack. This card is better than the Civil War number 4 card. So that will be pretty much the only thing I recommend you to change, that and getting better bonus option on those 2 cards for sure. Those 2 cards need better bonus option. The cards level doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's really about the bonus option on cards. Now if we look at your roster, let's take a quick look at your tier 3 here. Deadpool, Thanos, Captain Marvel, Thor. We have Captain America, Magneto. We have Luna Snow and Sharon Rogers. Honestly, I don't think you should be getting another tier 3 right now. I think you should be waiting for Phoenix to actually get her tier 3 in about a week. I think that should be your next move as per tier 3 characters to get to tier 3. Now if we look at your characters here, let's see if you're missing tier 2. Yes, you are. Let's see which one should actually be a priority here, if there's any of them. If there is any of them, looking here, looking. Well, this guy is actually pretty strong for Shadowland. This guy is made up for Alliance Conquest, so those are 2 viable options here. Other than that, Weapon X is actually a meta for a Striker in World Boss Ultimate. So that will be my 3 characters I think you should be getting to tier 2. So tier 2. So Cage, Goliath, and Weapon X shall be your next 3 characters to work up to tier 2. Okay, so this is done for Mr. Camshaft. Next we have Steve Rogers 16 here. Let's go take a look at that. Okay, first we're gonna check the cards. As always, cards effect, cooldown is good, ignore defense is good, attack speed is good. Let's see if we can do some improvement on those cards really fast. We're getting ignore defense, physical attack, plus physical attacks. I don't like proc on those cards, but this is a good enough card here. Here we have perfect bonus option. See, don't need to be level 7 to have a good card here. This card is amazing because it's the best in slot card. With that card, with the bonus options, just if it was a higher level will be better, but it's still so freaking good. And we have this card, all attack, critical rate, that is good. Here we have cooldown, attack speed, energy attack. That is a pretty good roll here. Then here we have cooldown, attack speed, all attack, energy attack. You already found, well, yeah. That's what I thought. Those cards are awesome. There's nothing to change in those cards unless you get premium cards to replace those cards. That's pretty much the only way to upgrade your cards as right now, as you have roles that everybody dream about having, to be honest. And now if we look at your roster here, the only tier 3 I can see very fast here that you're actually missing is tier 3 Thanos. I don't know if you actually want to get tier 3 Thanos. I'm actually holding up on my tier 3 Thanos. I'm not ready for him. I know he's OP, but he costs twice the amount of a regular tier 3, so I'm not sure And with tier 3 Phoenix coming, we don't know who's going to be strongest in PvP after that. So I'll actually hold off on Phoenix to see if she's better or if Thanos is better in making your choice for your next tier 3. That will be my move. Now if we look at your characters down the way here, see who else could use a tier 2. This guy could use a tier 2. He's amazing. She's amazing with her new uniform. Really worth the tier 2, that's for sure. Rescue is totally worth the tier 2. One of the best paywall characters, wall boss ultimate wise. Other than that, let's take a quick look. This guy is amazing too. This guy for Island Conquest is very, very strong. You should get this mastery higher. Very useful in Shell and Island Conquest. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, Weapon X, as I said, I think it's the previous review. She is a meta striker for Wall Boss Ultimate because of her defense down. You put her with Deadpool, and when they both apply their defense down at the same time, you can actually one-shot the Wall Boss Ultimate almost. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. I've seen on stage 59, which is actually the stage I struggle with. I'm on the line to actually clear for Ebonima in Wall Boss Ultimate. I've seen that stage. I went through 5 bars in half a second when Deadpool and Weapon X actually apply all that defense down together. That was like, what the hell is happening, man? What the hell is happening? So she is a meta with Deadpool for that defense down in Island's Battle Extreme. She is such a huge difference that people don't actually realize. They don't realize she is so important for that tier 2 as soon as possible for this character. She is really underrated for that, to be honest. And that's pretty much it for your characters, buddy. Hopefully that was helpful. Next we have 13 YG3s. Hopefully I'm murdering that name because it's weird. Just messing with you, buddy. Okay, so let's take a quick look here. First, alliance. Wrong alliance, bro. When you start the game, or if you're trying to progress through the game, you cannot be in alliance below level 28. You are losing too many bonus options. I'm going to show you the bonus options so you can actually understand here. I know there's a way I can see. Oh yes, alliance bonus here. You can see all the bonus option. If you are in a level, if you look at your alliance that's level 8, you're gonna see those bonus options are not there. You're gonna get less XP, less gold. You're gonna get much lower cooldown. You're gonna be like at 2% critical damage, critical rate, dodge rate, and cooldown instead of 14%. That is a huge difference. You need to be in alliance level 28 plus. There's a plenty public alliance there that actually welcome everybody and that are level 30. So join a much better alliance is my first recommendation. Now if we look at your cards here, cooldown is still have a long way to go. Again, like I said to the first person I reviewed today, I recommend you to check the cards on this video and to actually watch my beginner guide for cards. Really important because you're doing it totally wrong here. So what I will do if I were you, first thing, you only equip mythical cards. The rest you don't touch them, you don't put them there, it's a waste. You can actually use them to make more mythical cards, to be honest. So the only cards actually worth keeping on this set is this card. You want to get it to mythical. All the other cards needs to go. Yeah, that needs to go, that needs to go. That is total trash, and that is even more trash. So here you want to put a low-key 17 here. You want to put Punisher 2099 here. You want to put Secrets War 20, Punisher 19 here. Secrets War 2099 Limb variant here. Then here I actually recommend Gwenpool #1. Those are the cards you need to put in there. Get them to mythical, put them there and there, and then min-max the stats on them. You can see, like I said in my beginner guide video for cards, you can see the min-max stats you actually need on your cards. Very helpful there. Just a quick recap of those stats is 26% cooldown, 30% more defense, 15% attack speed. Those are really, really important. Now if we look at your roster, You are building an account. Do not get your characters past level 60. You are wasting resources that it won't change how you progress your game. Actually, it's going to slow you down in how you progress your game. You want to be able to clear the first 30 floor in Shadowland before you start in investing on characters to pass level 60. It's totally worthless for new players to get that, because the price of getting one character is max out to level 70. It's gonna be the equivalent of building about 5 tier 2. That's the equivalent of getting one characters to level 70. So it's not worth it at all. Then once you get far enough, you're gonna start focusing on your first tier 3. But then that we're not gonna talk about that until your account is ready for that. Now, if we look at first epic quest, this epic quest, Deadpool epic quest, first epic quest you need to work on. Characters you're missing here at tier 2, Morgan Le Fay, Korat, Iron Armor. Those are the 3 characters you actually missing here. And I think that's it. Yeah, the top 5 is Minerva, Sharon, Korat, Morgan, and Iron Armor. So that's 5 characters you need to get up there at tier 2 as soon as possible. If you can afford, the uniform for Minerva is actually a huge boost, but she's still very helpful for a new player without the uniform. And that's pretty much what you gotta work on your account as for right now. So stop burning resources on getting those characters past level 60. You are slowing yourself so much by doing that. Slowing yourself down so much by doing that. It's ridiculous. Make sure you pay attention to that kind of stuff and try to progress the best way you actually can. And that was it for this roster review. Next we have Agent 201984657. I said your own name, bro. I said your own name, man. Okay, let's go with this one and see what we got. Let's see what we got. We got Morgan. We got Iron Armor. We got Sharon Rogers. But again, as I just said, do not level those characters past level 60. Now first, we're going to take a quick look at the cards. You got 3 good cards here. These cards need to go for a Secret War 2099 Limb variant. And this cards needs to go for a Gwenpool #1 card. But for the rest, Punisher, Loki, and Loki is, yeah, that's 17. And Marvel Zombie, those cards need to get up to mythical, and then you need to start building good bonus option on them. But that Marvel Future Fight and Ant-Man cards need to go for Secrets War 2099 Limb variant and Gwenpool #1. You need to get those stats much higher. That cooldown duration, ignore defense, and attack speed needs to get higher. As I said in previous review, cooldown 26%, or defense 30%, attack speed 15% is what you need. So again, stop leveling past level 60. It is a waste. You're wasting your gold. Next characters you should be getting to tier 2 is Minerva, Korat are the next 2. And since you have the endgame uniform on Captain America, I put him on the list too to get to tier 2. I see you doing Korat, but you're really missing Minerva here. Really missing Minerva. Very important there to add early is awesome. So those are the 3 characters I actually recommend you to work on. And if you get a uniform, Ronin uniform from this guy will actually make this guy so much stronger for you. And that's pretty much it for you, buddy. Star Agent Tony Starko. Thanks for the rose. Fix a few ones. Great. Okay, let's see what we can see on you today, buddy. Here, Oxler. Okay, let's take a quick look at those cards. Oh, those cards looks better from there. Here, let's see the stats. Attack speed is good. Ignore defense is better. The cooldown duration is good. It still needs some love, though. And I think just getting these cards to mythical is actually gonna fix some of it, and you can actually lose the attack speed as bonus option on this card. You can afford it. Here we go. What? All attack. That's good. Here we go. As bonus option. Not very good. You want to get better bonus option on this one. This one you want to reroll that to get energy attack and ignore defense on it. And this one, all the bonus options are trash. You want to reroll that to get some useful bonus option on this one. But your cards are not doing so bad. Okay, here if we look at your tier 3, the next tier 3 should be Luna Snow. Luna Snow, she covers pretty much every single game mode in the game. Giant Boss Raid, all Wall Boss Ultimate by herself. You have Alliance Battle Extreme, she covers 3 days, which is quite impressive. And in PvP, she still can get the job done. I've seen some Luna Snow I cannot kill. Seriously, cannot kill. It's actually impressive, but she can actually be quite decent in the PvP. Not a meta, but quite decent too. So she's totally worth being your next tier 3, that's for sure. Now if we go down here, keep working on your Thanos. I think you've been working on him. Minerva needs to get to tier 2. White Fox needs to get to tier 2. Nick Fury needs to get to tier 2. Flame on, Human Torch could really use a tier 2. Same thing for Invisible Woman. If you have Invisible Woman, you have the BO to get her to tier 2 of it manually, so totally worth it. Now if we look at the rest here, I just want to see if there's any meta I could use. This girl is for combat female and combat day. She's a meta in Alliance Battle Extreme and meta support for World Boss Ultimate 2. Same thing with Ghost Panther. A lot of work to do with your paywall, obviously. If you're free to play, forget everything I say about the paywall, as always. Looking at the rest, and that's pretty much it. So work on those characters, fix those little things on your cards, and you'll be doing a lot better, Oxler. A lot better. Okay, next we have Waving X Gaming. Down on my cards, currently rolling Loki number 2, having a trash roll. And also for my next tier 3, also I have Thanos, Jangri, and Strife. Well, should I build first also for my Mega tier 2? Well, first characters you should build in those 3 characters is actually Jangri. She has a uniform and tier 3 coming for her, so she's totally worth being the first character to in those characters. To focus on. Now if we look at your cards here, okay, so you have that Loki coming, so obviously it's most likely going to replace your Star-Lord number 2. That's where I will put it. This one you need to make sure you get triple attack on it. This is the best stats. Well, build another Gwenpool number 1, still get triple attack on it. I'll boost you a little bit. This one is actually not that bad on the roll. This one's a very good roll. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, quick look at this one. This is a very good roll. If we look at your stats, you're still missing a little bit of attack speed, but that's gonna come, I believe so, with that Loki number 2. So you don't have to worry too much about that. So once you get that Loki number 2 equip, make sure to let me know so we can see if there's anything else we can do with your cards. Now your next tier 3 should be Luna Snow. If you do have her, yeah, you do have her, so Luna Snow should be your next tier 3. She's the most important for progressing as tier 3. She's number 1 for progressing because of everything she covers in the game, that's for sure. So she should be your next tier 3. If you look at your characters, you could use a Mega tier 2 ticket on. Let's take a quick look here. We're gonna start from the bottom here. Let's start with the bottom. Novak will be a good option. It's not what he used to be, but still very expensive to get to tier 2 manually, so he's a very good option. Other than that, so far I don't see anything else that could be worth it. Nah, you can actually farm this guy. And I'm guessing your others, yeah, 6 stars already. So unless you don't get a BO sub, the other option will be your Ghost Panther here. Or I did not pay attention on if you had Nick Fury. Nick Fury could actually be the best option here. Looks like you don't have Nick Fury. Okay, so your Mega Tier 2 ticket shall be used on Nick Fury. All you gotta do is get Nick Fury for 2500 crystal from the legendary battle in Captain Marvel Legendary Battle, the second battle. You can recruit Nick Fury for 2500 crystal, then use the Tier 2 Mega ticket on him, and he's the best support character in the game, so it's totally worth it. That's what I'll do with my Mega Tier 2 ticket if I were you, buddy. Okay, next we have Baru GRG. Check my card status, what will I have to change, and check my hero details all, bro. Thanks to your sweet suggestion. Now, if you want, I'm not going to check all your heroes. I can give you recommendation next tier 3, tier 2, as always. But if you need somebody to check all your heroes, you have to post screenshots of your heroes in the English, the language appropriate channel, English, French, or Portuguese. We have more language coming to the channel eventually. But yes, post on that with screenshot and ask people to give them to give you their opinion on those characters. Just will be way too long if I actually did all that, to be honest. That will make those video like 4 hours video instead of 45-50 minutes video. Okay, so first thing, cards. We have a little bit too much text, but I think that's because of the premium cards here. Cooldown's good, ignore defense is good, and attack speed is pretty good. Let's take a quick look at those cards. That is pretty sweet. That is pretty sweet. That is good. That was the Loki number 2, huh? Yeah. Yeah, you can actually get attack speed on it too for the previous roster review I was doing. This guy, you could actually could use better bonus option on this one. Could use much better bonus option. The energy attack is good, but you want to have at least two good bonus options. I'll save like 20 mythical cards, then I'll start re-rolling these cards till you get a good roll. This one is good. See, 2 bonus option, I'm good with that. So that's pretty much the only card I don't like so far in your inventory here on your card set. That's the only one I don't like because of the stats you currently have on it. It's supposed to be the best card in the game, and you don't have the stats to make it the best card in the game right now. Now, if we look at here, tier 3 characters. Captain Marvel shall be your next tier 2 character. Now look at that, and she's really the characters you are missing. You need the endgame uniform for Captain America and the endgame uniform for Thor. It give them a huge boost, so it's pretty much mandatory for them. And if we look at the characters you're actually missing at tier 2 here, if there's any, sometimes there's not. Okay, there's some. Those two, I'll actually do Gambit, then Weapon X here, that's for sure. They need to be to tier 2 to get to tier 3. To tier 2, then you have this Gaul needs to get to tier 2. This guy needs to get to tier 2. So pretty much only paywall works you gotta do. But you gotta get them up. Very useful to help you improve in World Boss Ultimate. Even if you don't do Alliance Battle Extreme, and they help you score closer to max score in Alliance Battle Extreme. So very important to get them if you can afford the BO subs. Looks you have some BO sub characters, so it looks like you can actually afford it. Okay, so next we have 1201. Which one should I add tier 3 next? Nice, a short one. My throat is starting to kill me. So much talking, Starko. Okay, so let's take a look here. You got Luna, okay, Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel should be your next tier 3. That's a good call here. She is, she is number 2 PvP character in the game. She's a top 10 PvE characters in the game, so she's totally worth getting to tier 3 next. Thanos could be a good choice, but Thanos costs twice the mats. While we can get this Gaul and maybe somebody else at tier 3 for the same price. So I do recommend going for Captain Marvel before you go with Thanos, that's for sure. And that's pretty much the answer to your question. Next we have Judge Angel. Should I tier 3 first, or should I finish up Thanos? Okay, let's take a quick look at your account, bro, to answer that pretty simple question. Okay, we're gonna check your roster. You got good amount tier 2. It's not bad. So your first tier 3 should be Luna Snow. Not only that she covers 3 days in Alliance Battle Extreme, she can actually potentially go for max score, but she also covers every single wall boss ultimate, so she can help you get the higher booty chest from wall boss ultimate. So totally worth being your first tier 3. So she should be it. Don't worry too much about Thanos. Yes, if you get extra gold, you can extra match, you can work on them, go for him. But you're so far that it's not even worth it right now to focus on him. You can do much more with your resources by putting them on something else until you have like 3, 4 tier 3. Then it's gonna be time to start focusing on your Thanos after that. So Luna Snow first tier 3 is my recommendation here, buddy. Okay, next we have this film, You Account. You Account? I need all-around help for my roster. Free-to-play. I would like to add that I joined the game after a year. So a year ago, you're trying to say, huh? Okay, so if you joined the game a year ago, you should be a lot higher level than that. That's for sure. You should be level 70, no problems. You gotta work on that. I'm guessing you're playing casually. That's my guess. Alliance. You need to be in Alliance level 28 plus if you want to progress in the game properly. Just because the bonus option, it is mandatory. If we look at the cards are actually not doing that bad, but you got a few changes to do. First, this needs to go. You want to go with the Secret Sword 2099 limb variant there. You get a Punisher cards here. That's good. And then you want to replace this card with a Gwenpool number 1. And your Punisher cards, you want to get it to mythical and get cooldown as bonus option on it. And those are 3 things you got to do with your cards first to get them better. If we look at your count here, you don't work on tier 3 yet. No, and no, you don't get those characters past level 60. You need to do some more important work first, which is getting more characters to tier 2, like Ronan to tier 2. Very good. Luna Snow, if you can get her to tier 2, very important. Captain Marvel, you got the endgame uniform. Get that Gaul to tier 2, very important. Korat, Human Torch, all those characters needs to get to tier 2 before Spider-Man 2, before you even think about getting characters past level 60. You need to work on those basic characters that gonna do so much for your progression. So work on those characters. We said Ronan to tier 2, Spider-Man to tier 2. We said Luna to tier 2, Human Torch, Korat, Captain Marvel. Work on those characters to tier 2. Then come back to me when that's done so we can help you go even farther with your account. Next we have Booty Protectors. Nice name, love it. What can I do to make my Wolverine stronger? So let's see, how terrible is your Wolverine? Let's see. First cards. And if you don't really ask about it, your cards do need a lot of work. You need to get better bonus option. I'm guessing, yeah. You reroll that for better bonus option. This one is good. This one is trash. You need to have triple attack if you're gonna roll this cards. This card, you need energy attack and attack speed. Ignore defense on it. This card, you need to throw that in the trash and replace that with a Punisher 19 cards that can fix your stats pretty much. If we look at your roster here, you want to see your Wolverine first. You need to get the latest uniform for this fella. That's going to make him stronger. Now, I don't know if you want to make him stronger for PvP or PvE, but if you want for PvP, you need CTP of Authority on him or CTP of Regeneration. That's the way to do it, and you need to get him to tier 3. That's the only way to make him stronger. PvP wise or PvE wise, well, I'm gonna get CTP of Energy, CTP of Rage on him, and build him with a much better easel set, to be honest. You need to make sure you max kill cooldown, you max your defense. Those are always the most important things to max out. Then after that, you focus on, depending what you're building, and for PvP, you focus on HP recovery and max HP, and PvE critical damage and critical rate. And that is pretty much it, how to make your Wolverine stronger. Okay, next we have Setian Bus. I want to know cards and roster. Sweet, let's take a quick look at that, buddy. Let's take a quick look at that. So cards here. They don't look that bad, but I don't like Civil War number 4. I despise Civil War number 4. Your cooldown is good, your defense is good. Your attack speed could use just a little bit of help, but still doing pretty good. You can actually lose that in your defense and dodge and cooldown. So you're gonna replace this card with a Gwenpool number 1. You're gonna get triple attack on it, physical attack, all attack, and energy attack on it. That is what you want. Here we have this card. This card is good. Now if we look at this card is good. And this one I recommend re-rolling it to get at least two good buttons option on it. And this one is good. So that's pretty much all you gotta do with your cards. Not much, just little details here to make your cards a little bit better. Okay, now your roster. First thing I gotta check. If do we have Luna at tier 2 or not. We don't, so Luna is not gonna be considered for the next tier 3 here. Unless I'm blind, I'm making sure. Okay, so we got well, you need a new uniform for Thor. It's double its potential. It's crazy. We got Captain America. We have Captain Marvel, Deadpool, Sharon Rogers, Thor. Those are pretty much the meta. I will actually hold off on your next tier 3 as it's gonna be a debate between Thor, Thanos and Phoenix, to be honest. So wait on Phoenix to be released to actually have a better opinion on who's better for your next tier 3, pretty much. Now if we look at your tier 2, well, characters that could get to tier 2, you got this girl, but I'm guessing you don't get paywall characters, BO subs, so she might not be an option here. She could use a tier 2 here. She's farmable through Epic Quest. Other than that, oh, my girl here, Nebula, with a new uniform, actually pretty damn OP. You can clear Ibanima stage 50 with her. It's actually a good possibility. Oh, you need to get her to 6-star 6 mastery to be leading for Luna Snow in Alliance Battle Extreme and World Boss Ultimate. Well, Alliance Battle Extreme, you get her at tier 1, so that's pretty much all you want. So she is really important for female speed day. You need that Misty Knight, and she is farmable with Shadow and Biometrics, so you should totally get her to 6-star 6 mastery as soon as possible, and that pretty much cover your roster, buddy. That's pretty much cover your roster. Okay, next we have Damir Zaire 1. I need some advice about my cards. I have also Black Panther 166 and Civil War 5. I don't like Civil War 5, so we're not gonna talk about it. Okay, let's go in there and see what we got. Oh, we're all already friends, bro. Damn. Apparently I like you. Okay, let me find you here somewhere. Think I remember the name. There we go. We got it here. Okay, so cards. All cards effect. Actually pretty decent. It is pretty decent. It's actually good. Let's do the bonus option. Good bonus option here. 2 good bonus option. That's good. This card is actually pretty damn sexy. This one, oh damn. Now you're getting a lot of people who are watching a boner here. And this one too, yeah, very good cards. So unless you get premium cards that are good, I will not change any cards in there. You're doing, yeah, good with your basic stats here. It's totally good here. Now, let's see. Next tier 3. Okay, no Luna Snow. That's always the first thing I check, which is the most important. You need the uniform for this guy, you need the uniform for this guy, and she'll be your next tier 3. That's basic. Very, very basic. If you look at your tier 1, who could use some love here? Who could use some love? That's a big question. White Fox. White Fox should be get to tier 2 as soon as possible, that's for sure. Um, scrolling down. That's pretty much the only free-to-play characters that could actually get a tier 2 here. Yeah, that is pretty much it. That's the only important characters to get to tier 2. I can see here. I'm just doing a double check for Luna here. You don't have Luna at 1-star either. That is crazy, man. If you ever get a BO subs, make sure you get your Luna Snow and you get her to tier 2 and eventually tier 3 as fast as possible. Other than that, pretty much just your White Fox you gotta get to tier 2 right now. And the last one, guys, Sam 316 will like some card advice, and who should get a CDP of energy and CDP of rage next tier 2 and tier 3 tanks, man. That's a lot of question, man. That's a lot of freaking question, bro. Okay, let's nope. I did not copy it apparently. Okay. Let's try this again. Yes, now it is working. It is working. Okay, cards. Let's get started with that. All cards effect. You got all your basic stats. Are you doing pretty good now? Pretty much just in bonus option. Good bonus option here. Good bonus option here. You need to reroll that for better bonus option. Yes, the cooldown is good, but if this is the best card in the game, you need to have at least 2 good bonus options in these cards. This one's good enough, and this one's good enough. Just this card, save like 20 mythical cards, then go ahead and start re-rolling this card till you get 2 good bonus options. That's my recommendation with this card right there. Now look at your roster. Next tier 3, Sharon Rogers. Sharon Rogers, she'll be in your first 4 tier 3. Basically, you should do like Luna, Captain Marvel, Captain America, then Sharon Rogers, then Deadpool. That's my order pretty much for doing tier 3. So Sharon Rogers neither tier 3 now. This guy getting his in-game uniform, it buffed him like crazy. Enough to talk about CDP of Rage. You already got it on her. She's my option number 1. She's my option number 2. Option number 3 will be this guy with the end-game uniform. It's crazy. He can cap on Universal Hero now with that CTP of Rage. So obviously I'll put the CTP of Rage on this guy and CTP of Energy on this guy. CTP for Regeneration. It's not really good on this guy. It's just useful for PvP, but you want to build this guy more for PvE. You already have Captain America and Captain Marvel for PvP, so you don't really need Deadpool for PvP unless you're going to be doing Alliance Tournament or any top Alliance rank in Alliance Conquest. Other than that, you want to build him for offensive to progress better in a World Boss Ultimate or just a CTP of Destruction, this guy. You're working on your tennis, I think. Let's see. Nope, there's no tennis. Well, you should build your tennis to at least 6-star 6 master at tier 2. That'll be a really good thing to do with the new uniform. Really worth it. Now, if we look at the rest of your roster here, good guy to get to tier 2 and is farmable. She's getting a uniform, really worth getting to tier 2. This guy with uniform is a badass tier 2, that's for sure. With uniform, badass tier 2 too. If you get Bio sub, she's a good tier 2 to have. With Nick Fury, then not pay attention if you actually add Nick Fury. I don't want to scroll back up. So that's pretty much what characters to get to tier 2 and tier 3 that I have to offer to you, buddy. And guys, that was the last roster review of the day. Finally, Whew, those videos are so long, man. They are so long to make. But I love to do it for you guys. So again, guys, if you actually want to get your roaster reviewed, it's pretty simple. You go in the description below the video, click on the Discord link, join the Discord server, go on the channel here, MFF Roaster Review, type your IGN. What's your question if you have a question? Otherwise, I'm just going to do a general roaster review, and that simple, guys. So don't forget to hit the sub and like button, guys, to show your support to the channel if you enjoy the content. And on that, Star Agent Starco Gaming is out.